That's the story so far in this first match of your Sunday doubleheader. Lady Warriors in control of this match against the Lady Maroons.
The Lady Warriors were off to such a good start, but as we've mentioned even in the first set, what we see lacking here in the Lady Maroons is consistency. You know, they weren't able to bring it all the way to the end of the second set, and that gave UE that window. And ito nga, no, some attacks there from Bulan, and we saw also some from Nebrida. The distribution of the attacks that they had in the front line. On top of that, yung naayos nila yung positioning nila sa likod really helped them.
It may not be obvious by the score, no? 25-21, 25-20 in set number 1. But UP put up a better fight here in set number 2. Lumamang pa nga sila ng as much as 2 points. But yun nga, tulad ng sabi mo, they were very inconsistent. They couldn't string up a few points together. That's why they couldn't extend that 2-point lead. Palaging nakakahabol itong UE, and in the end, they stretched it out to a 5-point deficit and or advantage, and tinapos na nila.
Okay, so if you look at the numbers, actually, Eric, you were saying, no, hindi masyadong evident on how the number of yung score nila, how it ended. But if you look at the statistics here, you'll see that the Lady Maroons were able to improve in terms of attacks, 12 attack points compared to only 11 of the Lady Warriors. Pero nahirapan din sila magpalusot dito sa Lady Warriors. The Lady Warriors scored 3 block points as compared to only 1 of the Lady Maroons. In terms of service aces, they still have 2 and 1 for the Lady Warriors. Kita natin, ano, yung service area at the service area, the Lady Maroons really ensure na pag nag-service sila, hindi sure ball lang. What they want is something that could actually be converted into a point.
Unforced errors, yan na naman yung sakit ng UP. They really have to trim down on that. Pero kudos to the defense of UE, and ranked last 8th basically in blocking at the net. Pero nakatatlo sila against the team who is ranked better than them defensively at the net. So set number 3 is about to take place, and for UP, this is it. This is the last stand. Otherwise, they fall down 0-8, and they will be swept by UE in season 74.
That's right. And of course, no, for a team like UP at this point, no, what they want is, not to be known for the team that has not had any win yet. And kung ako rin yung nasa team ng UE, I would look at the teams that I would have higher chances of beating. And in this case, of course, titignan nila yung kung sino yung nasa bottom of the standings, and you would really push yourself to win those games. And one of those teams na yung, kumbaga kung ikaw yung UP, you would think you would have a bigger potential of beating would be UE.
Of course. Let's see what happened in between sets in the UP huddle as we listen in to Victor Lopez.
You know, Coach Gerald told the girls, like you guys said a while ago, that they played that last set with a little more tenacity. But, of course, something was still lacking because they didn't win it. Now, he told them that he still sees them hesitate a little on the offensive side of things, especially when they go up for their jumps. They don't know whether they're going to drop it or to spike it because they're going in half-hearted. And he says that you can't do that in this league, So he knows that coming back from a 0-2 set deficit is something difficult, but he does want his girls to fight through this and, of course, to have a good showing. Eric and Ann.
All right, thank you, Victor. Two things to take about it. Most importantly, yung nabanggit ni Coach Jarod through Victor na half-hearted pumasok sa opensa itong UP. What can you say about that, Ann?
Well, that's actually a very good point, because if you're hesitating, hindi buwang loob mo pag atake mo, then you wouldn't be able, hindi mo mabibigay yung buong diskarte mo. If you would compare to, other teams na very offensive-minded, you'll have the likes of LaSalle, Ateneo, UST there. Nakikita mo pag nag-a-approach yung mga attackers nila, they're very confident, they're very focused.
Parang do or die.
Oo, do or die. Talagang dala yung bahay at tupa. And if you're hesitating on the onset, of course, yung kalaban mo, nakikita rin yun sa'yo And it makes your attack, I would say, less lethal as well. Lesser percentage in terms of converting it into a point.
And also another thing to take from that report, yung sabi ni Coach Balde, medyo mahirap nang bumalik from 0-2. Pero I just want you girls to, come up with a good showing and lumaban lang tayo dito sa to. And that's very important, regardless of whether or not you win or lose, it's how you play on the court. Diba tulad nga sabi nila, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. If you put everything into your game, wala ka nang masasabi sa sarili mo. You put it all out on the floor. You did your best, but, the other team was just better.
Well, that's right.
All right, let's find out what Coach Dalistan wants from the Lady Warriors coming into set number 3 as we check in with Erica Liboro.
Coach Boy was quite frustrated on the girls earlier because they were committing clueless errors on the court. So he told the girls to stop waiting for each other to make a move. And he wants the girls to relax and release that tension from their minds. And he reminded them that they didn't win the 2 sets for nothing. Lastly, Coach Boy told his setter Masangkay to stay in focus and create more plays because she was blaming herself for all the errors that team was committing. He told her to relax and take a deep breath and not to be hard on herself. Eric and Ann.
Thank you, Erica. As those sets come along, and do you get more tension filled as a player, or do you start to relax as you go deeper into the match?
Well, normally, what we would observe is that if a team is up by 2 sets, the tendency is for them to, relax in the 3rd set. Yung pressure becomes lesser than when you start the game. But I guess for Masangkay, I think one of the biggest pressures there is that alam natin na setter yung nagda-drive ng game. They have a touch on every play that they execute. And in her case, siguro kapag hindi nagko-convert into points or hindi sila nakakapunto, she's taking it upon herself na, she's not that she's at fault, but she's trying to take the blame
by herself.
The hands of Ramos.
And obviously, you don't like that. Pero so far, so good para dito sa UE. They're up 7-2 in set number 3. Let's listen to UP.
Lady Warriors.
Lahat ng spikers, pag pumapalo tayo, ang nangyayari sa floor defense nila, lahat andun sa side. Lahat nakahibot sa sideline at end line. Ang laki-laki ng area dun sa middle. Okay, lalo na yung mga outside hitters. Pwede kayo mag-jump. Lahat ng drop dun yun dun sa gitna mismo ng attack line. Okay? Para tayo yung nangyayari iba eh. Nangyayari, puro palo lang tayo ng palo eh. So anong babantay nila? Lahat yung attack ninyo. Lahat yung front spot. Okay? Pwede kayo magkaroon ng balay sa middle. Ang ulog ng bola. Same din kapag middle ang play. Ha? Let's go.
Pag gusto nyo habulin yung bola, gawin nyo yung... Kasi habulin nyo talaga. Gawin nyo. UP!
This goes to show you yung sense of urgency. It may not appear sa boses ni Coach Ubalde, no? It sounds the same whether or not they're up by, 2 or down by 5. Pero he's always calm. Pero you see the urgency kasi nag-timeout siya right before the technical timeout, ano? Kasi at 8 points, ta-timeout na po tayo. Pero tumawag na siya because he doesn't want to get this out of hand.
That's right. And what he wants is to immediately break the momentum that UE has. But so far, UE still has it.
Doon pa rin, ano? And yun na nga, ito na yung technical timeout natin. UE is up by 6, 8-2 in set number 3.